Okay, so I did a little bit more, not much, but basically I painted all those big blocks. Right there you can see them, I painted them white, and I added a couple toothpicks when the camera was off. Right there on the top floor there's a toothpick kind of sticking out. I painted all those and painted them gray. Okay, so that's about it. I'm just waiting for that to dry, and then I'll dry brush it. You know, the rubble I'll dry brush it like a deep gray. But one thing I like to do, that adds just a little bit of color, especially if you're just doing a gray building. Something that adds just a little bit of color and really adds like a nice little touches. I like to add graffiti on the sides of the building. I've got on one of my buildings I have a smiley face. On another building I got like I forget what I have. Oh, I have my initials actually as one of them. So, and I think on this one I'm just going to add that anarchy A. You know, it's like the A in the circle, and it's kind of like sticking out. So you get the smallest brush you can get. I've got a 5.0 right here. Really super small. And I'm just going to use some regular red paint. And I'm going to go ahead and just oh, I really messed this up. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix this. So I'm gonna shut it down and fix it. And be back in a second. Alright, so here we go. So you can see that. There we go. Oh, much better picture this way. See the A? There we go. Okay. Yeah, before I was doing it on the inside, the wall opposite of this, on the inside, and I made the lines on the A too big, and then it was just big mess. So I just spit in a napkin, wiped it away before it dried. And you gotta if you apply a little paint, it dries really quick. So you gotta, if you mess up, you gotta fix it real quick. All right, but there it is. So it just adds a little color. I mean, you can add whatever color. If I don't have any neon paints for so if I wanted to do something in a neon color, like I did with the smiley face, I did it in like a neon orange. What I do is I just take I take yellow and red, mix together orange because I don't have orange, and then I just add like a lot of white, and just in that little amount, it creates it gives it a neon effect. And if I make green, I always add a little bit of yellow to it. It makes it neon green, and add white to it as well. So, but there we go. But this one I just wanted to make it red, just plain red. So that looks really good, right there. I think this is dry. The stones look dry. They feel dry. So they must be dry. So now this is basically it. Oh well, actually no, then I got a rubble. So I already had some gray here because I painted those toothpicks gray. So I'm just gonna add a little drop of black to it. Mix it up. Trying my hardest to try to get it mixed up. Okay, good. And just taking your brush, whichever one you want. I'll just use a wider brush. That way all the paint's not concentrated on like a few bristles. Then you'll get streaks instead of, a good dusting of color. You'll get lines. And then just same thing we did with the walls on the building, just dusting it with this color. You don't have to use too much. You could probably do the entire thing with just this little bit of color if you wanted to. But I'll just add a little bit more. the black, since the foam board's black anyways, I really like, I don't have to go too crazy with the dry brushing, because the black already, you know, I only do one coat, so the black already makes it look tarnished and, well, not tarnished, you know, worn. And if you want, you could always dry brush your graffiti to make, you know, if you dry brush it, make it look like the graffiti's been there a while. If not, then, you know, it looks like the graffiti was just put there fresh. I'll dry brush it a little so it doesn't stand out so much. But it's really nice if somebody sees it. They're like, oh, look at the little. Alright, so it's basically all painted now. The very last bit is just applying your kitty litter. So that's simple as just getting some glue in here and then just applying it right onto the thing. I wish I had like a sponge brush, but I don't, so I'll just use my regular brushes and I'll just wash them out really good as soon as I'm done. Just apply a little glue on the base, and I'll use this camel brush because I don't really care about it. Start making a mess with the glue, get it all over. I should be using paper towels, but I'm not because I'm dumb. And get it on the corners. Okay. And then you just get stuff. See? You see, I just, all that glue, just spread it on, and you just get your kitty litter. This is the coarse stuff. I'm going to use the coarse stuff for the grounds, and I'll like use finer stuff as I get higher up. So on like the top floor, I'm only going to use like, you know, the fine stuff. Just a little there. That's not so much. Alright. There. Alright, so, well, you got the basic idea. A lot of this is going to come off, but yeah, there we go. And even more so when all the glue is dried. So you just kind of pat it in, get it stuck in there good. Now this is, oh shit, I think it's already starting to warp on me. Maybe not. Alright, so now while it's drying, I'm going to, I gotta figure out some way to keep this thing weighed down. Alright, I'll be back in a second after I'm done kitty litter, you know, rubbling this thing or whatever, applying my kitty litter. Alright, here we go. Load it up. Okay. So, but the gravel really isn't necessary, I don't think. And there's a lot of trouble associated with it, because I mean, like, I put it down and I weighed it down with this roll of duct tape, and I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong with doing it. The paper warps, and you know, the gravel doesn't stick. So it's all based on personal opinion. If you don't want to have all this, you could just leave it plain gray and black and just, you know, dry brush it, you know, muss it up like that. But I decided to put the gravel. Or if you want, just do it on the top floors, don't worry about it on the bottom. You know? Which really is what I should have done, but you know, it's there now, and you know, I put it on my other building, so I thought I'd put it on this one just for continuity. Anyway, that's it for this building. It's done. I mean, you can paint the gravel, but that's basically it. It's finished. I'll move on to the next project in a few days. Great. Yeah, I gotta think of what it is.